Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 70 of Dragon Ball Speak, where Wesley's going Super Saiyan 2. I don't know if I ever thought we would, I knew we would eventually, but episode 70, that's a bear.
It's a big fat one.
That's a big bear.
Yeah. I hope it performs a little better than episode 69. Episode 69 was the comeback, both literally and symbolically, because we had not
He wiped it off my chin.
Yes. We had not done an episode in like 4 weeks. So, the lower views is fine. We get it. It's probably not popping up in the YouTube algorithm, but hopefully the homies are back, because these homies are back. And you were probably like, there's no way they're going to do a double. Like they said they would. Like it's going to take them a month to do it, but we did it, bitches.
We did it. And boy, was it rewarding.
It was.
We have so much to say, but this is a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Coming soon.
And we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
And this is Dragon Ball Speak, episode 70. Now, let's not get into let's save the good stuff. We got the good stuff. We got a little taste. I won't even say a taste. We got a chomp of basically one of the greatest fights in all of Dragon Ball Z history. But before we get to that, and of course I am referring to Android 18 versus Mr. Satan.
Yes, the fight that we have been, it's some would say it is the rematch we've been waiting for since the last time.
Since the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Or the beginning. Anyway, we start with episode 225, 18 Unmasks. So, of course, we continue off with the Mighty Mask versus Android 18 fight. And if you haven't noticed, folks, I'd look like an egg.
Oh, yeah, we could address that, yeah. Drop some love in the comments for our boy. He got that shaved head now, looking fine. Looking fine. Fire.
I've never in my life had a shaved head. In the last year or so, for some reason, I've had a real hankering. I've had a hankering to do it. How do I feel about it? Not quite sure yet. It's very strange to me. Very round. I have the roundest head I've ever seen on a man. But the feeling of it is that of a clean tennis ball.
Yeah, agreed.
Which, as we all know, I love tennis balls. I love balls in general.
Really, any kind of fuzzy ball you like.
Correct. Yeah. Extra fuzzy. And, shave the stash, too. Damn, they haven't even seen that. No stash.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice that, actually.
Oh, did you not?
No,
really?
Well, I was kind of more focused on the whole shaved head thing that you've never done in your entire life.
True. However, I was instructed by my wife that the shaved head would look better if I grew back the mustache. So,
did the stash come off first?
Yeah, the stash came off about a week ago.
Oh, damn. You should have kept the shaved head stash, see what it looked like.
Well, maybe we're getting there. Maybe stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned indeed. Anyway, drop a comment. Drop a comment. Do you like it or do you not like it? Should I grow it back out or is it hard, as they say? Anyway, back to what we were saying.
Makes me hard.
I'll be honest with you real quick. The 18 versus Mighty Mask fight was kind of good.
Shut up.
It was really actually well animated and I'm not going to say it was underrated, but for what it was, they could have done a bad job and they chose not to.
I have come to a massive revelation that I've decided I'm ready to lock into stone. I would rather watch all the filler every time I watch Dragon Ball Z than watch anything with Mr. Satan. I think Mr. Satan is the worst part of this damn show. By a landslide. I hate him so much. I'm tired of getting more and more information and backstory about him. I'm tired of getting depth of this character. I want him to be decapitated on screen in front of all his fans and then never seen of or heard of again. I'm tired of Mr. Satan. So screw your fight and screw your courage to the sticking place.
I think he's really funny. I think he's so funny, dude.
I hate him.
Oh my god, dude! The parts where he's watching them fight and like his eyes get big and he gets blown around like a little guy. I freaking laugh. I laugh out loud every time. He's so funny, dude. The voice acting is amazing. I actually think his design is like really cool.
His design's cool. I'll give him that.
He's like, I don't know. I love him, dude.
Dude, he's a little bitch.
In Cell Saga, he's just annoying. Now,
He's twice as annoying.
no, he's got so much appeal, dude.
Every time he's on screen, do you know what the show's doing? Every time it shows me he's on screen, it means I'm watching something I don't want to watch right now, because if I'm seeing Mr. Satan, I'm not seeing what's happening with the Bobbities, and I want to just go back to the Bobbities. So not only am I getting taken away from the plot that I really want because I'm loving it, I'm also having to see his stupid chin. And it's annoying because I know, we talked about this last week, because he has a big chin, we know he's got a big hog. And it makes me more frustrating that he has a big hog, because I don't have a big hog.
Minuscule.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Like a button on a fur coat.
On my best day. Yeah.
So, anyway, I really like Mr. Satan. More importantly, I thought this fight was super well animated. In fact, I think the art in every single episode except for one was on point. I think the last episode we watched had, I kind of already told you, but I'm going to say it again anyway for the folks, for the crowd. I think it's like some of the best animation that Dragon Ball Z has to offer. I think it only gets better from here.
Better.
It kind of contradicts what I said, but basically, yeah, like better or the same, okay. Like, you know, it's tough because like you remember the good parts. I didn't remember like one of these episodes looking as bad as it did.
I don't know which one looked as bad.
The one that looked bad was called
Heart of a Villain.
Perhaps perchance it was the Dark Prince Returns. Yeah, it was the Dark Prince Returns.
Okay.
I thought it was quite poor.
I don't remember it being bad. I liked it more than the first 2 episodes.
You know, some of us have eyes and some of us are children. So
18 Unmasks. Why is it called that? I don't even...
Because Mighty Mask gets unmasked.
Okay, but that's a weird title.
You were dull.
18 Unmasks. 18 Unmasks what? We're just ending sentences on what's the preposition now?
Don't panic.
That's not okay. Come on, let's get some proper grammar in the titles.
Well, there is a character named Mighty Mask.
Yeah.
Who wears a mask, who's fighting Android 18.
So why isn't it like 18 Unmasks Mighty Mask, or Mighty Mask Unmasked? Would have been better.
Mighty Unmasked.
The Mask 2. Hello, my darling.
Hello, my baby. I used to love that movie. Son of the Mask, maybe.
That's a deep cut for DBS fans. I've never said DBS.
Oh, it's DBS now.
One of our episodes, I included a clip from that movie, and I don't.
Long ago. That was. I remember that. And wow, this is not the first time we've talked about. How is this not the first time? Because I remember specifically.
Yeah.
In Son of the Mask or the Mask 2. It's the Son of the Mask is the Mask 2,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Son of the Mask, when the baby gets the mask. Shortly before or shortly after the dog gets the mask, which is horrifying, by the way. That's one of the worst movies. Dude, the guy who plays the dad isn't Jim Carrey anymore because it was like a straight-to-DVD sequel. Mm-hmm. And when he has the mask, it looks like Burger King. Like, it looks like the king, but he's orange hair and none of Jim Carrey's charm.
Yeah.
And that movie is one of the most abysmal and horrifying movies I've ever seen in my life. Speaking of which, this reminded me, have you ever seen Look Who's Talking?
No, I've never even
With
heard
the
of
baby talking. Okay. Never mind. I really liked that movie when I was
one of the worst
Look
movies
Who's
ever
Talking.
made, and yet it's made it onto this show twice so far.
2 times. Man, that's crazy that this show's been going on long enough that we can reference our own show or accidentally bring up the same thing that we've talked about 60 episodes ago. Anyway, so yeah, they're fighting. They're like, wow, she's stronger than Krillin. And it's like, yeah, she's way stronger than Krillin, first off. You know, they land a punch, they land a kick. She's like, what the hell's going on? Satan is freaking out. He's just freaking out, dude.
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, give me your best super Satan. Give me your best Mr. Satan when he's scared. See, it ends on a high note. That was perfectly accurate. Goten's up top now. They get slammed down and they switch positions. That was a little piece of filler for you.
Goten and Trunks, or not Trunks. Yeah, no, Goten and Trunks, low-key probably like the best fighters in the show. The fact that they can coordinate this kind of fight and put up a fight against 18, while on top of each other, impressive.
That's what I'm saying. It's super fun, dude. Like, yeah, look at it how it's like not what you want to watch. But like the concept is so cool to me because it's so stupid and unique, and it is very like they're kids. Like, I don't know, like it's appropriate to me. And
do you get to do this fight in Kakarot?
No.
Rat's ass.
No. No, you don't.
Okay. Okay. It looked like you had like a revelation, and then you were just like, nah.
I'm thinking about 6 things at once. So anyway, something is not right. Roshi's like, you can tell because he's looking and he does the little, and then the glasses go, shing, and now there's the weirdest fourth wall break.
The first time in the show ever. Totally out of, it was just so strange.
That's not true.
No, I mean like in this way.
Yes.
Like so directly. We've had people like break the fourth wall.
Gohan talks to the camera one time. What was that? Oh, when he was going to school, right before he went to school,
Yeah.
He's like, this is my brother Goten, by the way. Didn't that happen?
Yeah, it was like the beginning of one of the Spider-Man movies. I don't remember which one, but they have voiceover, and he's like, "That's not me." You might
Record
think
scratch.
that's-
You might be wondering how I got here. I think it's kind of an underrated fight. I'm just gonna say it. I say it. So we cut to Dabura. He's just about to be ready, and he's still meditating. Satan gets blasted by 18's blast. She's freaking out, or he's freaking out.
Yeah.
18's like piecing together that something's not right here. She is peak character design. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
I really like her character
She's
design.
very cool. She's got the jeans, and she's got the cool hair, and she kicks butt.
And she is now a MILF.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. She's now Android 20 out of 10.
Wow.
She's
We already had Android 20, but we had an Android 8 and we had an Android 16 through 20.
Yeah.
Where's the rest?
They don't matter. They're little babies.
Dragon Ball Fighters has an Android 21, but it's a game exclusive character.
I've had to see it before.
Why is that?
Because I almost had to cover it for something. Because
The game?
kind of the whoever makes that game, is it Bandai?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like, we have an announcement coming, and I'm like, okay, I can agree to the bargain.
Oh, and they released her as a DLC character. Yeah.
No, it was worse than that. It was a variant of her that has a lab coat on.
That is not worse than that. It's not that big of a deal.
No, I mean, like, I was like, okay, this is not nearly as newsworthy as the new character.
Oh, so the reason it's newsworthy is because everyone thought the DLC was done, but it's not. And she's a game exclusive character that's like kind of like whatever. She's an android, kind of like the rest of the androids or whatever. I'll leave it at that.
Is she a different fighter, like, or she just has a lab coat?
She has like 2 forms.
Oh, okay.
So she's in the game. You could only originally, and I did. You could only unlock her if you played through all 3 campaigns, which, by the way, are horrendously bad. Worst.
Oh, no, really?
Oh, yes. Unplayable almost. It's literally like fighting clones over and over and over and over again. Anyway, so I unlocked her, whatever, and so she's got that form, which is like her villain form or whatever. And then later on, now they released the DLC. She has like a lab coat form. She was also in Kakarot. Anyway, all this to say, they just released her as a DLC character. She's by a insane degree the most overpowered character ever released in the game, to the point where it's like game-breakingly ridiculous.
Sounds about right.
Yep, because they're going to sell more. And I can tell you this because it doesn't mean anything to you, but I'm almost positive she's going to be the villain in the new movie. Almost 100% positive. As a matter of fact, I tweeted about it the other day on Dragon Ball Speak. Everything in this movie, everything I think is alluding to this. She's an immensely popular character from the game alone, which more than half of Dragon Ball Z fans didn't even play the game. Everyone likes her design because she's very, how do I say this? Fine. And then...
Is she a mom? Not yet, you know what I'm saying?
Actually, in a roundabout way, yes.
Oh.
So she's a MILF.
Interesting.
And by all these things combined, I'm 100... They're going to reveal in the trailer. They always do. She's the villain in the movie. Anyway, that means nothing to you. But to you guys...
Check back in like probably 2 years, and we will talk about our thoughts on Dragon Ball.
No, I think
Superhero?
it's coming out this year.
I know, but like I'm not going to be able to watch it. I guess you could do like a solo episode.
True.
Check back in 2 years
CG
for my
anyway.
thoughts.
Have you seen any footage from it?
I have seen multiple screenshots, I believe, mostly just Piccolo, and I don't really think it looks that good.
The screenshots look all right.
This one looked not all right. It almost looked more like a video game than
It looks like a high quality like video game. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm gonna hold out hope. I'm gonna remain calm. The thing is, we got Broly, which is the most incredible looking piece of animation practically that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
In terms of like shonen fighting anime, sure. But so I'll take what I can get.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how you.
What's
have to
fascinating to me is that CG is more expensive than 2D animation.
That's what the kids like, man. Kids like the CG. Disney doesn't even do like animation anymore. Everything's computer now. Even Despicable Me started off as hand drawn, excellently made animation, and now it's just 3D.
Shrek was 2D at first.
That's true.
And voiced by Chris Farley.
Rest in peace.
Rip to a real one.
And then we got Shrek 2 or 3 where the cat is licking his balls in front of everybody.
Isn't Shrek a reboot coming out this year?
I don't know if it's this year, but there is a reboot coming, and why? But you can find out our thoughts on it on Shrek Speaks.
Correct. So anyway, 18 Unmasks, I give it a 4 out of 7. I thought it was quite decent. Oh yeah, she cuts him in half, and it's 2 people, and he gets disqualified because he was 2 people, and so
I gave it a 3 out of 7 stars. I'm just ready to move on past Mighty Mask, and I'm glad it's done. Deborah is finally ready.
Deborah says, "Kept you waiting, huh?"
Oh,
Name that reference.
Metal Gear Solid.
I never played it.
Me either.
Don't care to. I would like to go over episode 226, Pay to Win. So Satan's panicking. Yeah, Roshi gets his 4th wall break. And then, so 18 gets him in a headlock. And it's what I thought was incredibly funny. Wesley hated it, apparently. Yeah. And he's like, and she's like, I'll let you win if you give me 20 million. So 10 million for the winning, plus 10 million out of your pocket. Is this extortion? Yes. Is this blackmail? Yes.
Is it okay to blackmail people that suck? Like Mr. Satan? Yeah, yes. Absolutely it is.
Because he took credit for Cell and everything, and no one else got the money or the credit for that.
Yeah.
So they do a little fake fight, and she like punches him, and he almost dies, and then he punches her in the face with this super megaton punch, and she's like, "Wow, is that all you got?" And he goes, "I'm afraid so." See, that's why I like him. Like, he's got these little like moments of honesty that are really charming to me.
No.
He goes, "I'm afraid so," and he was like embarrassed. And then 18 is out. She flies out because of the delayed super megaton punch.
Latent energy.
I'm gonna be honest. It may have been an ass pull, but the man's pulled it off.
Yeah. No, I mean, a latent energy punch like that actually sounds pretty sick.
It does. The art's on point once more. I love this interaction between the 2 characters because these are 2... 18 we haven't gotten to see a lot. Basically haven't gotten to see since she got absorbed by Cell.
Yeah.
Like very little. And I think that she's funny because she's so cold. And I like Satan, so it's good interaction. And then Goten and Trunks are flying away. They decide to go find out where their dads are because of the excitement. And Videl flies by. And I'm going to be honest.
You also forgot that Videl?
I forgot that Videl existed.
Same.
I was like, who the hell is
Dude,
that?
I also was like that. I was like, are we really about to have like a new character? And then I was like, oh, that's right. Videl is somebody.
She's been around for like 50 episodes at this point,
Yeah.
and we forgot.
She got a different outfit on, I think is what threw me for
She did have a different
She's got
fit.
like a yellow shirt on now.
It's this fight.
Oh, that's sick.
Do you understand it?
So I think so. So the show. Okay. So the show. There's like people fighting, and she wants to fight. So she has a shirt that says "fight" because I don't think you can get in the tournament without fight.
Correct.
Okay, thought so.
Deborah is so sick looking,
Yeah.
and his voice is so sick sounding.
Give me your best, Deborah.
Master, I have found a candidate. No,
That's actually spot on.
Wait a second, Master.
That's actually spot on. Yeah.
Thank you. I needed a second try. I got too excited the first time.
Gohan knows he's weaker, but he's still gonna fight Deborah.
Yeah. So
Weird choice.
here's the dichotomy, as they call it. Vegeta is making fun of Gohan. He's calling him before the fight. He's saying he's soft. He's saying he's weak. He's saying he's embarrassing because he hasn't trained since Cell, which I'm going to be real with you.
It's true.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
I came up with that. And Gohan has not been very responsible, especially considering the fact that his dad was dead.
Yeah.
So he's essentially Earth's protector. And
Yeah.
I know he doesn't like fighting or whatever, or he doesn't like it as much as them, but you have a duty to act.
Yeah. This is like in Spider-Man where he wants to live a normal life, but he also has to protect people.
Correct. And Gohan chose otherwise.
Yeah. Like they say, with great responsibility, you got to have some good power to match that.
So I'm a little embarrassed of Gohan as well. It's been stated multiple times that he's weaker than he was when he fought Cell. No excuse. He looks cool.
Yeah.
No. Not cooler. He still looks cool though.
I think he looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he looks cool. He does not look cooler than.
Looks real cool.
We'll talk about it later, pal. We'll talk about that one later. So, Videl kind of explains the thing, and, Goten and Trunks, they're excited because they have actually they've never had a villain. They've never dealt with a villain. They've heard the stories of Cell, they've heard the stories of Frieza, you can only assume, but they've never dealt with the world-saving event of their own, so they're very excited. Dabura is very sick. I love his design.
He doesn't want an unfair advantage, so he says, send us to a different planet that's kind of like Earth, because we don't want to destroy the ship we're in, because shit's going to get crazy.
Yeah, and I love when they play the Gohan Super Saiyan 2 music whenever he powers up. The dun 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 dun. I give that one a 5 out of 7. I thought it was quite a hoot.
3 out of 7.
Yikes!
I hate Mr. Satan.
Yikes! Do you think? Okay, well, from this point, do you think that we're gonna be seeing more of Satan?
Yeah,
later?
we probably stupid freaking will. Like, every time I want him to be gone forever, we see more Mr. Satan. The dude's, like, basically died 10 times. He comes back to life. He does the same stupid, like, well, I'm actually the savior, but, like, no.
He hasn't
I'm not
died.
really. I know, but he's, like, been, like, so destroyed that he should die. And
Cell smacked him in the face.
And I'm just tired of it. And I know he's going to come back. I bet you the last 3 episodes of this stupid show are going to... Well, the show's not stupid. I bet the last 3 episodes of the show are going to be stupid. It's going to be about Mr. Satan.
What did you just say?
It's going to be about Mr. Satan, and he's probably going to be like... I just figured it out. Dragon Ball ends with like a marriage or something like that. And Videl is going to marry Gohan, but it's going to be all about Mr. Satan's feelings that day and not Gohan and Videl's. And that's the 3 episodes. There's probably going to be a volcano with lava they got to move.
Kind of like how Dragon Ball ended with a wedding.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball episode.
Nice day for a white wedding.
You start again. Episode 227, Heart of a Villain. So, Gohan's fighting Dabura, and I don't know what happened there. He powers up, they both power up, and then Dabura does a fire breath, which is interesting. A lot of this is like filler-ish, but it's good in my opinion, so I don't mind.
Gohan's kind of stomping that ass in the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, this is not going how I thought.
Yeah, but then it turns out that Dabura is just playing with him.
Yes.
And then Gohan gets blasted by a very cool-looking pink lightning-y energy blast.
Yep.
And it blows off the green off of his outfit. So now he's just got the black jumpsuit. Rate it.
12 out of 10.
Agreed.
You can see the bulge and everything. It's pretty iconic.
You can see the bulge of the bulge. You can see the bulge of the abs. You can see the bulge of the pecs. You can see the bulge of the seps.
The glutes.
Especially the glutes.
Yeah. No, it's sick. It's like it's a cool design. They should all stop wearing gis.
I got so into that I just hit my face on the microphone. And that's how we really feel. So the fit is amazing. I hope that he keeps this look for evs. The Satan crew makes an appearance. Piroshki and
Yeah. The girl.
Spagono? Spini.
Spaghetti.
Mini. And so they show up and they're all excited. Gohan still hasn't turned Super Saiyan 2, so here's my problem. He turned Super Saiyan 2 for Kibito, God rest his soul, at the tournament.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't turn Super Saiyan 2 to fight Dabura, who is stomping his ass.
Yes.
Explain.
So sometimes writers do this thing where they need to have certain things not happen.
Explain.
Even though that if those things happened, things would be solved. So I think what happened here was that if he went Super Saiyan 2, he might beat Dabura or at least have a better fight against him. So the writers, what they did this time was make him not go Super Saiyan 2 to prevent that from happening. This is what we call reverse plot armor.
And why did they do that?
Because Dabura has to stomp that ass so that Gohan can be so humiliated that Vegeta just jumps right back in and just keeps the shit talking going.
Agreed. And I'm going to be honest with you. I love how Vegeta this moment is because it's so perfectly in character, right? So it's like...
He goes hard.
He really does. To the point where I would be crying.
I would also be crying, yeah.
He really tore him down a notch. And the worst part, technically the worst of it was in the beginning of next episode.
Yeah.
But the worst part is one, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
2, Gohan realizes he's not wrong.
Yeah.
So it hurts even more. It stings the very soul. Yeah, anyway, Dabura, he pops out a sword. He goes, sword.
Yeah.
And then swords.
That was interesting. I was like, is this dude a Power Ranger now?
Unfortunately, the fight started so strong and then slowly got boring over time.
Yeah, it did.
Because, man, when he comes out, first off, his design is just freaking sick.
Yeah.
And the freaking cape comes out and it looks like bat wings, and his ears look like bat ears. And
hog.
his voice is so cool. Of course, you got a big old swinger in between the
13,
legs.
you said last week.
This episode, we learned it was 14.
Yeah.
I was wrong, I admit. Anyway, it starts off super strong. Unfortunately, yeah, it gets kind of boring over the time. But, yeah, Vegeta's very impatient the whole time. He's very frustrated. He's very Vegeta. And then Dabura makes an important discovery as a result. He interrupts the fight. Mm-hmm. Tell me, the minute he stops the fight, do you know where this is going?
No.
And
by the end of the episode, I did. But
yeah.
at this moment, I was like, what in the... What? You can just stop the fight? And then he's like, I got to take an intermission. And I'm like, Gohan, go beat that ass. Like, there's no rules. Just do whatever you feel like doing.
I mean, Gohan was losing, so...
Dabura's sensing Vegeta has a little bit of something going on, some conflict, some inner conflict is what they call it in the writer world. Inner conflict.
He lacks conviction, he says.
Yeah, and so Dabura's going to capitalize on that. And I was like, what do you mean what are you going to do? You're going to like try to like get them to fight each other instead, which I was kind of right.
You were very right.
Because they are going to fight each other, but not in the way that I thought. I did not really know we were going here. And I still don't even know how it all works.
But it makes perfect sense to me, right? So, like, yes, Vegeta is, like, quote-unquote, like, good and tamed now, so to speak. But when you look back, if you were to rewatch, he never really is. Like,
no, yeah.
He plays nice, and he probably does love Bulma or whatever, but he's never friends with anyone.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, it's like a gorilla or a tiger or a lion at the zoo. Like, the zookeeper can get super friendly with them, scratch their bellies, hang out with them, but like it doesn't take anything, and that thing could switch and just go back to being what they are, which is an animal. In Vegeta's case, he's like one cut thread away from just destroying everybody.
And he did get pushed over the edge today.
Yeah,
like Travis the Chimp
and Travis Barker.
So they interrupt the fight. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. It's the drummer for Blink-182. It's the only Travis I can think of.
That's good. That's very good. So yeah, he says, I made a discovery, someone stronger. Which,
that was really good.
Thank you. See,
good.
I just need a couple tries. I just need a warm up.
That was good.
And he says he lacks conviction. He's talking about Vegeta. He lacks conviction. He's got a fire in him. He's got a what? God damn it! What does he say? It's a really good line. Something about like a burning
heart of a villain.
Sure. So I love Dabura's voice. 5 out of 7. That's a great closer to the episode because damn if that's not like imagine having to wait a week after that, like that'd be quite challenging.
I gave it a 5 out of 7. I said Dabura wants to recruit Vegeta ? But how? ...
Oh, you'll know.
I do know now.
I give it a 5 out of 7. It's definitely a 5.
Oh yeah.
The Dark Prince Returns is episode 228. Everybody, give it up because this is what we've all been waiting for. What I have wanted from the jump. And what Vegeta has also wanted is a Vegeta and Goku rematch.
Yeah.
I can only imagine when the manga was running, when the anime was first running, what have you, everyone in their freaking right minds was like, we got to see a rematch. We got to see, like, that's probably the most fan requested thing of all time when the original manga was running. Guess what? The man said, all right,
I got you. And I'm going to make it, I'm gonna do it in such a way where you would never predict it. Oh, you think they're gonna have like a practice spar? You think it's gonna be in a world tournament? Mm-hmm. Think again. It's gonna be through some like mind stuff.
It's fun, man, because the cool twist of fate here is like, yeah, they were drawn to fight each other in the tournament, and now they're fighting each other at the tournament, so to speak, but under conditions of which you would never have expected. And I love how the whole thing comes full circle when they're transported back to the tournament grounds.
Yeah.
Because now you see why that plot thread continued in the midst of all the Majin Buu stuff. It's poetry.
Not to mention, if they fought in the tournament, I don't think it would have been as exciting of a fight because they don't really have... The only conviction they have is to, like, I guess, win in the tournament. Whereas now, Vegeta's like, I'm going to destroy you.
Yeah, they're fighting for their lives. I would love, when we get to the next episode, I really want us to talk about the philosophy here, or not philosophy. I would love for us to talk about the psychology here.
Yeah,
at play. So Goku says, "I hope you're proud." Wow, we skipped the whole thing where at the end of last episode is when they're converting him.
Yeah.
Or is that the beginning of this
that's
episode?
The beginning of this one.
Excuse me. So they're at the beginning of this episode.
Vegeta's big pissed. This is when he's doing the Gohan.
Vegeta says, "I hope you're proud." He's talking down to Gohan.
You are pitiful.
Weaklings.
Yeah. Disgrace to the Saiyan race.
You're a half breed. You have Saiyan blood in your veins, and you lack the drive.
Yep. And he's saying fights are not about kindness. It's not about your purity of heart stuff. It's about brute strength, and you are not capable of delivering.
Sounds like a Kingdom Hearts villain.
It does. Which, maybe Kingdom Hearts and Dragon Ball Z are going to cross over one day.
I would have thought that in Kingdom Hearts 3 there would have been a Star Wars or a Marvel world, but here we are.
You would think.
You would have freaking thought. No, you got Tangled though. Great.
Man,
I love Tangled, but that's not what
Frozen.
I want.
The worst world in the game. But we did get Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Respect.
I thought that was in 2.
That's Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, you idiot. Oh my god, dude. Roast this dude in the comments. Roast him in the comments.
What is the best?
Let him know chat.
What is the best Kingdom Hearts world ever?
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. It's a whole game. You got a ship. It's an open world. You could just roam around and do pirate stuff. It looks good. It's great. It's awesome. Davy Jones is in it. There you go. What more do you need?
Here's a twist for you.
Wrong.
In Dream Drop Distance, there's a Tron world, and it's freaking sweet.
Have you ever seen Tron?
No.
Okay, me either. Who has, right? Am I right, boys? Throw some W's in the chat.
Gohan says maybe Vegeta is right. So Vegeta has had it at this point. He's about to blow up the ship. He's having a very frustrating day. And as we learn here shortly, all this frustration is coming from years and years and years and years of humiliation.
Yeah.
We'll get there. So Goku grabs him because he's about to blow up the ship, and he's like, "Don't do it." And he's like,
"Don't do it."
And then Supreme Kai figures it all out. He's like, "What does he mean? There's a warrior that is strong. Where would this supposed warrior come from?" He looks at them. He's like, "Maybe it's one of us." And then he figures it out. Oh my God, it's gonna be Vegeta. Before he can do Nathan about it, Babidi starts to. They say he's a rare find indeed due to his ego and his
stature. Hog.
He's a short king. He's a short king with a big old hog. Anyway, so he's okay, here we are. So he's starting his spell. He's starting to put him under mind control. Vegeta's like, "What the heck?"
So this is mind control. I wasn't super clear. For a second I thought that Majin Buu was going to be put into Vegeta.
Yeah, they never said anything like that.
No, I know, but he was just all of a sudden powering up this ball, and I was like, "What are we doing here?" And then everyone's like, "We found the perfect recruit," and I'm like, "Oh shit, they've been recruiting for a Majin Buu soul type thing." So this is just this is just you got the M on you, you're under my control. So Deborah might be a good guy.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Interesting.
That's what we kind of knew. We kind of put that together already. A little while ago.
I'm a little slower. I'm a little baby.
He might be a good guy, so to speak, but to be put under the mind control, you have to have some evil in your heart, it seems.
Yeah, that's true.
Mind control is a strong word, however, because as we can see later on, it doesn't really work on Vegeta in that
it's more
traditional
just
sense.
a push off the ledge.
Agreed. That's a great way to put it. That's apt.
Thank you.
Are you Egyptian? Because you have a great asp.
I don't get it.
Asp is a snake. From Egypt.
Also, did not know that.
Not gonna lie, that's from Glee. Anyway, so it all connects. In a minute, I'm skipping ahead of my notes. Anyway, so they're all they're like, Vegeta, don't do it. Vegeta, don't let him do it. Don't be a pawn. Gohan runs up to him. He gets freaking lightning blasted away.
Yeah, he does.
Supreme Kai is like, it's too late. It's not. You okay there, pal?
Yeah, I just hit my chin on this mic.
We're both doing that today. He's like, it's okay, it's too late, blah, blah, blah. And so Vegeta's struggling the whole time. He's like, someone's in my head. He turns Super Saiyan. This is where the art was really bad. They did not do this moment justice, in my opinion, because the animation was really bad. Can I help you? Transformation. Great art. Bro, oh my. Are you sure that's not the next episode?
228?
Oh my God. No, the next episode when Goku turns Super Saiyan is one of the nicest looking Super Saiyan
different art. It's it's on a different level.
As long as you recognize that.
No, I do that. I do that.
I do that. So he looks up and he's all angry and he's got eyeliner now and he's got an M on his head.
Oh, he does have the okay. I was like, did he always have eyeliner? I didn't notice, or is he he's going through his Pete Wentz phase? I respect it. He's an emo boy.
Put an M right on your head. You Luigi brother now. J. Cole. Jerome, as it were. So
I'm missing so much context. I like it that way.
So it's all connected. They cut to Satan, it's the hijinks, and then all of a sudden Goku and them are there. Vegeta and them. They get transported. And Bulma and Chi-Chi are like, oh yeah, they're back. And they don't realize, and they're like, man, they're always late. And that's true. But Roshi's like, something's not right. He's right.
Good job, Roshi.
Yeah, he is correct because Vegeta is now ordered to. He's like, kill all your friends, and he says, I won't. My only goal is to fight Kakarot. It's like, okay, so
nuke the city.
Wow. And so Goku gives him like a shame on you speech. Vegeta, I didn't think you were a pawn or whatever he says. And then Vegeta starts blasting Goku. And then, is it this episode that, yeah. So, and then Goku, he's got to jump out of the way. And then the blast hits the freaking crowd and Vegeta kills hundreds of people.
And there's like a literal mushroom cloud in the background of the city.
So Vegeta is now a mass murderer again. It's been about 200 episodes since he was a mass murderer, but here we are. Well, that's not necessarily true, but here we are. The animation was fairly weak, unfortunately, and so I gave it a 6 out of 7 instead of a 7 out of 7, but I thought this freaking episode was super engaging, super rewarding, and perfectly in character, and extremely exciting. What did you think?
I gave it a 5 out of 7.
Fair.
But it had great art during the transformation. I wrote that in my notes.
Untrue. But did the premise of this episode excite you for the future?
Yes, because now I was like, okay... all my predictions were wrong. No Goku dying or going back to heaven at the last moment. None of that. Never predicted that Vegeta would be the bad guy for now. I don't even know if Majin Buu is going to ever become the bad guy now. It feels like Vegeta's going to be the bad guy because he's a beast.
Yeah, how poetic would that be though? Like he was the first bad guy of this series. So
that would be sick
if you look at it that way. So yeah, the episode ends and we go on to 229. So we'll talk about a lot of predictions and possibilities after this, but
Vegeta's pride.
Oh, we got two more. So 229 is Vegeta's pride. So I love like Goku's look of disbelief in the middle and in the beginning, but immediately I kind of told you it was going to happen, but I knew you would be able to tell. The art and the animation is like
it's like it jumped into like 2022.
It jumped into this. It is 2022. Oh,
that's what I
get what you're saying.
Okay, it's like it's just so much more detail and like shadow work,
dude,
and like the muscles and the inflection on their faces and stuff. Like it's totally different. It's insane how different it is. I assume they were like these two episodes matter so much. You really need to go sicko mode, and they did.
It is, and what's interesting to me, so like when Super Saiyan first appeared, more or less, that's what the hair looked like.
Wow.
So it's super horrible and fluffy, and so that's first appearance, right? Yeah. So it's super big and fluffy, not horrible in this shot, but which is nice and charming. But now, so like compare that to Super Saiyan Goku versus Majin Vegeta.
Majin Vegeta.
So now the hair is very spiky and like more defined, which is very interesting.
More got to be glue.
Looks good. It is more got to be glue.
It's
a lot more spikier.
It's specifically the shots, a lot of shots where their faces are starting on one side of the screen and then it kind of just pans to reveal more of their face, and like the faces look so dang good. Yeah,
so it looks really good. He's still in base, but he's in disbelief. And then everyone's like, take him out, Satan, take him out. And he's too scared. And Vegeta's like, shall we commence? And then Goku's like, I never thought you would be a slave. And he says, is it slavery if you get what you want?
Yeah.
Iconic line after iconic line from Vegeta. These are some of his best episodes in terms of dialogue.
Music is just kicking butt right here, too. It's the same, like, but there's a guitar like soloing in the background, just going off. Insane.
And next episode, the synth pops off.
Yes, it does.
In a quite hard fashion,
juicy and decadent, as they say.
I would agree. So Goku turns Super Saiyan, and what I think so far is like the coolest, like to me, like casual Super Saiyan transformation, right? So not like driven by something, but like just turning into Super Saiyan. I think this is the coolest one since he turned Super Saiyan against Trunks, I think, is what I think.
I agree with that.
So his hair kind of like starts going up, and it's just like, doof, and it's super cool. The art looks amazing. I'm not going to say it again because it just does for the rest of the freaking 2 episodes.
Yeah.
As a slaver, if you get what you want, Goku turns Super Saiyan, and then Vegeta has this little speech about he's got this
speech. It's a big old speech. He goes hard.
Take it away because you're better at remembering this kind of stuff than I am.
He is basically
Stolen honor.
It's almost like a flashback sequence.
Well, the flashback sequence is next episode.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
jumping ahead.
that's
Go
his.
ahead,
That's
go
his
ahead,
big
go
monologue. So here we've got stolen honor. He's
Yes.
You've even saved my life once before. Like he's like, you've taken everything from me. This was like this is. I'm a warrior. You're just nothing. Kind of like harkening back to his original, monologues versus Goku.
Yeah.
And Goku's like, Babidi, I'll fight him if you transport us somewhere where there's not people. And then Supreme Kai jumps in and he says, you're going to have to go through me first. I'm not going to let you fight him.
Bro, Supreme, come on, dude.
Take it away.
Supreme Kai, what are you, like,
I know.
come on. You literally, you haven't done shit. Piccolo is the only reason they even think you're strong at all, because he told them and they trust Piccolo. But you ain't done nothing. And also, like, what are you going to do? You got to go through me. And Goku's like, okay, bet. And dude, Supreme steps down.
Yeah, he's like,
30 seconds.
okay,
Literally,
in that case.
Okay, I can't stop you. Like, no
Yeah.
shit, dude.
God, it looks so good though, dude. I can't stop.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. So yeah, I can't stop you. He says, I'm sorry, Goku, but I have no choice. And Goku says, neither do I. So yeah, we get them transported. The area is reminiscent of the first
yeah,
fight.
I said back to the old canyon.
Allegorical. Technically, it's not actually the same location lore-wise, but it's
There's
purposely
like no
alluding
grass
to it.
here, but there's grass in the old canyon. But it is definitely immediately I was like, okay,
Yeah, this is the rematch.
I know what's up.
And so Supreme Kai's like, you know what, Gohan? Like, I can't be helped. So let's like, what can we do?
Yeah.
And so then Babidi orders Vegeta to kill Supreme Kai.
Yes, because he's an annoyance to Babidi.
A nuisance to Babidi, yes.
And surprisingly, Vegeta fights back, and he's like, I have told you, I'm not here to do your bidding. I'm here to destroy Goku. So I bet Babidi's freaking out just a little bit.
Oh,
He's like,
1,000%.
I thought I was going to have the strongest recruit ever under my control, and now he seems dead set on just Goku, and he does need that right now, but not looking good for Babidi.
Luckily for him, however, it still plays into his plan. Because as you know, the more Goku gets damaged from one of his subordinates, which is Vegeta, the more Majin Buu gets charged.
Yes.
So he refuses to kill King Kai. And then he has the most iconic line, actually probably the most quoted line of all time from Vegeta.
It's
which
over
is,
9,000.
Besides that one, I forgot about that. You can take my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps, his pride. And he powers up.
Jacked. Just insane.
Absolutely juice.
Like the biggest we've ever seen anybody in this show get. Like his arms are this wide. Incredible.
But the anatomy is on point,
Yeah,
dude. Like it looks so damn good, and his veins are all popping out, and he genuinely, like, they do such a good job. Like all of the shots of his face, like, look kind of like rougher, drawn almost, and like they're like, he really looks evil now.
Yeah.
He looks evil again.
Yeah, it's scary.
He's
not a good
twisted.
time to be a Goku.
Yeah, so Goku has 2 senzu beans. He decides to give one to Gohan to aid him in his little quest to stop Babidi with Supreme Kai. Goku and Vegeta both turned Super Saiyan 2 for the first time.
Very sick. It happened it kind of caught me by surprise.
Yeah, they just kind of do it.
They just did it, and I was like, okay, so that is not a low point, but the little hype that received from the show itself is very telling that we're probably we do get some crazy shit, and we're probably going to get more shit. But the fact that like double Super Saiyan 2 transformation was just like a blip.
Just like that.
Kind of nuts.
So here's my question. Babidi said he was powering up Vegeta as well as, he was like bringing out his suppressed power from him not being evil anymore, as well as putting him under his control. So do you think Vegeta could have gone Super Saiyan 2 before this Majin situation?
No, because Vegeta to get Super Saiyan 2 needed his pride back that he had kind of repressed, like he says. After losing to Goku, which we will kind of get into the next episode, Vegeta changes a bit, and it continues to happen, and he just keeps being buried and buried and buried, and to the point where he is not the person he used to be. And he needed to become that person to go Super Saiyan 2, I think, and I don't know if he would have ever gotten to this point without Babidi giving him the old Majin A-OK. Because even in the tournament, I don't think he was going to be angry enough or worried enough about losing to go Super Saiyan 2. Like, I think he wants to, like, kill Goku.
Yeah, I think that's like the most perfect way to put it.
Actually, he does want to kill Goku because he wants to slice him up.
True. No, I think you put it perfectly. I completely agree. I 100% agree, and that was very aptly put. So, they both turn Super Saiyan 2. The episode ends. So at this point, I said, call your shot, call your bet. Who wins? Did you make a prediction?
Yeah, I think Vegeta wins.
Why?
Because it's time for Goku to get gone. He has to go back to heaven for one, and I don't think he's got it in him. Goku has no real motivation right now. Like, as far as Goku's concerned, he's just a distraction so that Gohan and Supreme can go get the real job done.
Sure, but did you not notice that Goku was starting to smile next episode?
No, yeah,
I think he's all in.
He likes the thrill of the fight for sure, but I think Goku is going to really need the motivation of like world ending or his son's threatened type of thing to win. He obviously loves to fight, but I think Vegeta right now has the motivation that's going to put him over the top. Because that's really what they're both extremely incredible fighters, but they always have like something driving them that makes them go over the top. And I think Goku doesn't have it right now. He just has the same thrill of the fight he always has. Whereas Vegeta has never wanted anything more in his life.
Yeah, so could you see... So here, we're going to get multi-layered here. So one, we got some ego stuff going on here.
Yeah.
We got some serious, like, ego trauma going on. So could you see... So Goku knows what's going on here. He knows that Vegeta is...
going through it.
He knows exactly what Vegeta is going through. He probably understands him better than anyone else does in the world.
Yeah.
So do you think Goku wants to win in this situation? Like, do you think he wants to win? Because
I think in his heart he knows. No, I think in his heart he does because he loves the thrill of the fight. But in his head, he probably knows more good can be done if he lets Vegeta take the W, take the dub, the dub that he's been after. Vegeta can go back to being... But here's the thing. Here's the problem with that I hope Goku's thinking about is like, if Vegeta is still on the chain, he's still in the backyard he's still the rabid dog trying to kill just Goku. Mm-hmm. If you unleash that beast, who is to stop him from trying to go back to destroying Earth and becoming the prince, like the Super Saiyan world-ending dude?
Absolutely no one.
Like, yeah, and so
we know for a fact now that Gohan wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, and right now he's at bay. I think his goal is just to defeat Goku. We don't know what happens if he does, though. Is that the boost he needed to go back to being old Vegeta? Or, I mean, something tells me he's not just going to settle down and go back to Bulma and be like, we're good now. I got it out of me.
So it's interesting, right? So, like, he has too much... he would never like let him win because he's got that's the whole honor conversation they're having. Yeah. There's like honor as a warrior. He would never
Vegeta
let him win.
If he let him win too, and that would piss Vegeta off even more.
But if he wins, where's Vegeta now? He's basically gonna kill himself. Yeah, like let's be real here, because he's just on. He's already like halfway there. So what we haven't even realized is half of the time when he's so aggressive and pent up all the time is because for the last freaking 15 years plus or whatever it's been in the story, he's been freaking his whole world's been turned upside down and he's been ashamed of himself ever since.
Constantly surrounded by reminders.
Every step.
Everything that has ruined him. Like even just living in life. His friends now are the people that watched him lose. His, not closest friend, but like his closest equal is the dude that beat him and put him in this spot. He has a kid, and now he has to worry about his kid living up to Goku's kid, and he's just constantly reminded about his failures. And I think it's been eating away at Vegeta for however many years it's been, like 10 years or 13. I don't know. Yeah.
So the long-awaited rematch, episode 230.
We gotta. What did you give episode 229? I gave it a 7.
Yeah, 7.
Big old juicy 7.
So good, so nice. So episode 230 is the long-awaited rematch.
Literally.
we didn't write too many notes here, or many at all, essentially, because there's so like what is there to say, right? So like the fighting is some of the best we've seen ever.
Yeah. One of my coolest little animation moves ever in this show happens in this episode.
You want to say now, or you want to wait a minute?
No, try to guess it. I want to say
it's the rocks. Is it the rocks?
Just describe it a little more.
Whenever he's got the things on his arms and he freaking pulls the rocks off the
Oh,
cliff
no,
and punches
actually,
him.
no. So
That's my favorite.
That is cool. Mine is when Vegeta is pushed into the mountain.
Oh
and
my
he's coming
God.
out, and instead of coming out of it, he like blasts the mountain out from behind him.
Art.
And there's like a crater, and he's so
he
sick.
vaporizes the rock behind him. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like this is like not peak, but man, is it? It's the peak of what we've seen so far, for a fact. That's
It's probably like he was probably so stoked writing this. Like, I've been waiting. I thought it's been 5 years. I've been thinking about so many cool moves, and they're all going to happen right here.
Dude, it's so cool because it's almost like back to like the basics, right? Where it's like it's a really like kind of down to earth fight. Like it's very between them two, like really gritty, very martial arts focused versus like the big bombastic fights of late. And so man, they're freaking, and it's brutal, dude. Like they're hitting each other hard in the stomach.
Lots of blood.
Coughing up blood. They're kneeing each other. They punch each other in the face at the same time, which, let me think, which Goten and Trunks just did in the tournament. Mm-hmm. I think it has happened before as well. Well, Goku and Roshi kick each other in the face at the same time. Either way, it's cool.
They lock knees, and there's like electricity and like rainbow stuff in the background that looks awesome. Not rainbows, but like multicolored stuff. It's very cool animation.
Yeah, so this is like, man, this is one of those episodes, like, unfortunately there's a couple interruptions which are unfortunate to the pacing, but this is that kind of episode, dude, that you can rewatch 1,000 times and it's fun every single time.
Yeah.
More to come, unfortunately, but
Fine with me.
of course, more to come. But anyway, let's just talk about what was here, right? So they're fighting. It's really good, like we said. You all know, you've all seen it. It's just like words don't even justify or whatever. But then we get a little bit of it slows down for a minute. God, I'm burping like crazy. It slows down for a minute, right? So Goku's hanging off the cliff. He's like, wow, I guess I should have known. He's been freaking training his ass off for 7 years.
Yeah.
Probably training because of the potential of this to happen again someday. Actually, 100%.
It's like his only goal in life. Dude doesn't have a job or anything. Like, he's just like, everything is to beat Goku.
That's all he wants. And by the way, they were alluding to all of this right before the tournament started. Like when Goku first came back for a day, this was like all Vegeta was talking about.
Yeah, that's true. And
So-
I thought it was going to be in a tournament.
No. So they're fighting, and he throws Goku and he throws him into the rock, the face of the rock, and he smashes into the rock. And then he shoots out 5 little energy circles that lock him into the rock, and then they're choking him, and so he walks up to him and he gives him a little bitch slap. He's like, "Oh, are you mad?" And then he goes on his monologue. So walk me through the great monologue that we got.
So it threw me for a loop for a second because we cut back to some of the first episodes of Vegeta coming to Earth, and I was like, whoa. I did not. Vegeta has changed so dramatically.
Isn't it insane?
It is comical how stupid he looks in the beginning. Not stupid, but like
No,
comparatively, like it's silly. The hair is like a pinkish hue. He is a much shorter king. His forehead design is very different.
He's shockingly different.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy because it's subtle. It's like very gradual over time, but now it's so drastic that it's like insanity.
It's like weird that it happened because I don't remember it happening. If I thought about their first episodes, I'm like, yeah, it's like the same Vegeta. He looks this way and might as well be a different dude.
Yeah.
So basically what this speech is all about is Vegeta's way of explaining to Goku how humiliated he has been by Goku and his existence and everything he's done. We see Goku beating Vegeta back in the day. That ruined him. Vegeta's entire thing was to become the Dark Prince that takes over the universe, destroys all these planets. He comes to Earth and this commoner, which is Goku, beats him. And not only beats him, but destroys his other Super Saiyans with him. He thought he was the last Super Saiyan pretty much. Now he's not. Now he's got this commoner who's kicking his ass. He's pissed. Fast forward to
Namek.
the Namek and the Frieza fight, and we know that Vegeta could not get the job done there. And who does? Goku. Now Vegeta is even more insulted, and he really wanted to defeat Frieza for obvious reasons, which is that Frieza basically destroyed everything for Vegeta, his entire family, his entire planet, his entire race. Like Vegeta was the lone prince because of Frieza, and he wanted that revenge and he didn't get it. He wasn't able to do it. Goku, of course, freaking was. Fast forward some more. The Cell fight. Who has to win there? Not just Goku, but Goku's son, does what Vegeta couldn't do.
An 11-year-old.
Yeah, literally, like a child does what Vegeta could not do. And so basically for the entire existence of Vegeta on this show, he has just been in this dark space where everything he wants does not happen. And he's always known it's Goku, but now it's all coming to a head. Like, this is the motherfucker that has ruined everything in my life. And I finally am in a place where I can give it back to him, show him the humiliation I feel. And it's incredible.
Yeah, he literally says every breath you take is an insult to my existence. Like, he's at the point where he's like, he's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Like, it's over. It is literally like lame comparison maybe, but like it kind of is like Aaron Burr and Hamilton in the musical Hamilton.
Yeah, when he's like, every step of the way, you've always been there, just completely screwing me.
Where they're amicable, even friends perhaps, but and then he kills him and so on.
Except Aaron Burr only really did Hamilton dirty, truly directly dirty one time, which is the not picking him in the election race. Vegeta has like 10 of those moments where Goku just screws him over.
Yeah, remember Vegeta. Remember Vegeta before he dies on Namek? He's crying, begging Goku to kill Frieza.
Yeah.
Like, do you have for his character the amount of damage that does? Like, that goes against every fiber of his being, and then so on. Yeah. So with Gohan and Cell, like watching a freaking kid do what you could not do. Not to mention it's a half breed or whatever he says, and so just all of this pent up emotion over the years. He has to beat Goku right now to regain his honor.
Yep.
Otherwise, it is lost forever. We get very little interruption here and there. Goten and Trunks do their thing. They're pissing.
Last week we talked about Magma Nut. This week we have Magma Piss.
So it's steaming. It must be chilly outside because
it's hot pee, and they're spelling each other's names. I actually thought it was kind of cute.
Yeah,
like, it's like two little best friend boys, like they're just like, let's go pee, and then they go pee and a dinosaur comes and gets them and they're like, oh no.
Yeah, cute. But get back to the fight. Goku rips his freaking arms out of the rock. He's got giant rocks on his hands and he punches him with one rock and then he follows up with the other rock. Bro, like, just the fight choreography in general, like, it's just, after you finish this episode, just go watch it again. YouTube Goku versus Majin Vegeta.
Vegeta was about to like eviscerate Goku when he was like shackled.
Yeah,
too.
he
like,
had his hand up like he was gonna
like slice arms off and heads off and stuff.
I think he was like
ready to dismember. And Goku did a very, very cool move.
Very Chad move.
Yeah.
The best is yet to come. But what I want to ask is, so you think Vegeta's winning?
Yeah.
You think if you had to say right now, gun to your head, Vegeta is going to win?
Yeah, I think he's going to win. I don't know how. I don't know if it's a Goku gives it up. I don't know if Vegeta actually beats Goku, but like, he has to. He has to. I don't see a world where, unless we just go into like even more dire shit. But like, if Goku dies, then the show is just Vegeta's going to take over the world. Like, who are they going to?
So you think after he accomplishes his goal of beating Goku, he would
I think he would be.
The only thing he cares about is beating Goku.
Yeah, but I think that's going to open him back up to like his old ways. It doesn't seem like he liked his new self that was nicer and kinder and more amicable.
Right.
Like, all this backstory revelation stuff is that, like, at the end of the day, that's who Vegeta is, and he has no, like, that's what he has always wanted to be. That's what he still wants to be, even despite everything they've gone through together. It's still Goku is the problem.
Okay, well, in which case, so at this point, with this fight happening, do you see Majin Buu getting resurrected? And then what, right? So it's like, if Goku gets beaten, sure, he's sent back to Otherworld or what have you. Then and then Majin Buu assumedly gets resurrected.
I just have no concept of what Majin Buu is. I don't even know, like, is he another magician? Or magician? Is he like a wizard?
He's been described as pure evil that will kill everything in his sight. That's all we know.
Yeah. Like, I don't, like, that to me sounds like he's just going to wake up, snap his fingers, and, like, things are over for whatever he wants to be over. Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, if Vegeta wins and Majin Buu comes to life, because if Vegeta wins, Goku loses, which means he got beat up so badly that there's probably enough power to resurrect or revive Majin Buu. Does Majin Buu versus Vegeta happen? How does that work out? Like, at what point can Babidi just take off the Majin symbol control thing, and then what? Like, I just don't know where we're going. I am surprised that we don't have Majin Buu yet. Mm-hmm. That is surprising.
Do you think if it happens, you think it's very soon?
No, I think the next 3 episodes we're still going to be focused on this fight. I don't think it'll be happening yet. I hope we focus on this fight for 3 episodes. That would be
God.
sick.
Yeah, it would be. Okay. Well, 7 out of 7. I can
6
only
out of
assume.
7?
No.
That's actually probably, I think I put possibly my second fave episode. Could be my first.
What's number 1? Possibly?
It's still Gohan beats Cell.
Yeah. That's kind of...
It's just iconic.
It just is like kind of the only right answer.
Yeah.
But
So good.
this and the next and perhaps whatever else, like...
Combined.
As far as that is my favorite like moment, like this might be my favorite fight, if not one of my. There's more to come, obviously, like in the next 90 episodes, 63 episodes till we finish the show. But
That's crazy.
God, what is that? 63 divided by
20 weeks, 21 weeks, 21 weeks. That's
21,
crazy.
21.
Well, less than 21 weeks, because I'm sure we'll have at least another double in there somewhere.
Yeah, we'll have 80 and 90, I believe. Or anyway. We're getting there, and then after that, I think we more or less decided we're going right into Super, so we can catch Wesley up
Unless
to the
there's
canon.
any like movies we gotta watch or something, but it's probably not.
There's the 2 Super movies, then we watch Super, then we watch Broly, and then at that point we watch Superhero, and then at that point the anime will be continuing again. And when we catch up on that, I can only assume when we catch up on that, it's probably going to be a weekly review of the episode.
That would be sick. That would be nuts.
Yep. And then, of course, after that, GT, Kai, Dragon Ball. We're never going to run out of content. So if you people like us, then keep supporting us. So otherwise, yeah, I don't know. What are you doing?
Your homework this week, drop some dubs in the comment for Brandon and his new hair.
Thank you.
Um,
If you've ever used a cock ring, please describe what it was like. We won't report you. No one will report you.
I don't even know. Can you be reported for YouTube comments? You
I don't know.
probably can.
Someone make a Dragon Ball Speak subreddit for God's sake or something.
That would be sick.
And then we can have all the discussions we want on there.
I'll post my feet if someone makes that subreddit.
I will post
Brown eye.
Sure. Yeah. No, I won't do
Butthole
that.
and feet.
I'll do I'll do a little something.
Okay.
You never know.
Well, you never know.
Yeah. So anyway, great episodes, great double, great dub. We'll see if Vegeta wins like you suspect. We only have 63 episodes in the entire series. We're coming to the close.
This is 60 episodes of good content to watch and then 3 bad episodes.
This has been Dragon Ball Speak, episode 70.